Romania, 2003. A Pentagon satellite discovered an unusual empty space within the Bucegi Mountains, near the so-called Romanian Sphinx. The Romanian and the US military forces began exploring the location and found an ancient underground facility. The story caused a sensation thanks to Radu Cinema's book Transylvanian Sunrise, which was published a year later after the discovery. The author, with the pen name Radu Cinema, got access to the installation thanks to his friend Caesar Brat, who was at the time head of the Department Zero, which is something like the Romanian X-Files. In the book, Radu gives detailed information about the underground base. He speaks of a huge tunnel called the Great Gallery, which is about 1000 feet long and is covered in strange, dark material. The tunnel leads to a big room named the Projection Hall, because there they found devices capable of projecting holographic images depicting moments from our planet's distant past and other scientific fields. The devices looked like T-shaped tables and were about 6.5 feet tall, which indicates that they were built for beings much taller compared to modern men. Radu describes the room in detail and mentions that he saw the entrances to 3 tunnels in the other end of the chamber. Caesar then explained to him that one leads to Egypt, one to Tibet, and one goes even deeper into the ground. In one of Radu's following books, he talks about an expedition through the tunnel leading to Egypt, in which he also took part. The expedition crew consisted of Romanian and US soldiers and experts, and they traveled with special cars provided by the Pentagon. Radu describes the tunnel more like a wormhole rather than an actual physical tunnel. He says that it had strange violet walls, and when the car moved they looked as if they were made of water, and if a person looked at them long enough they would cause him to lose consciousness. The tunnel leads to a room beneath the Sphinx in the Giza Plateau, which was named the Occult Chamber. Their mission was to obtain some of the metal plaques that were hidden there. According to Caesar, they were some kind of storage devices, much like modern-day hard drives. But the most astonishing thing there was a machine capable of sending one's consciousness back and forth in time. Caesar tells Radu about his experience with this device and that he saw parts of Jesus' wife. Radu then decides to test it for himself, but fails to control the process because it requires a certain mental preparation, which Caesar apparently has. And after taking a short rest, they head back through the tunnel, and this is where the story ends. Now let's go back to the beginning and ask, who is Radu Cinema? The only thing we know is that this is a pen name, but we cannot be sure if there really is only one person behind it, because there is a theory that this name might be used by few members of the Romanian Secret Service. Radu uses fake names for all the people he met during his adventure, including Caesar Brat. The only real name we know is that of his publisher Sorin Hormuz, but he says that he received the books through a courier and never had the chance to meet Radu. So far, the whole information in the Romanian media is based only on Radu's books, and there is no other source that can confirm his words. But there is an interesting footage that can be found on the internet. It is from a show on the Romanian channel Antena 1, in which they discussed the Bucegi story. Someone actually called before the show aired and threatened the people working there. Let's see this footage now, but bear in mind that this is actually a reenactment and not the actual phone call.
Alo, bună ziua!
Vă transmitem un mesaj, fiți foarte atenți. Nu mai vorbiți despre buceci.
Cine sunteți?
Sunt informații care trebuie să rămână la nivelul unor structuri și nu trebuie făcute publice. Ați intrat într-un joc periculos. Sunteți tineri, aveți familii. Sunt suficiente subiecte în țara asta pe care să le dezbateți.
Domnule, cine sunteți?
Să nu vă doriți să ne cunoașteți. Să dați interviuri la noi. Atât am avut de spus.
To find the confirmation for the whole story, maybe we have to turn to another, more unusual source. I talk about Edgar Cayce, also known as the Sleeping Prophet. According to him, there is a secret underground chamber beneath the Sphinx in Egypt called the Hall of Records, which keeps the knowledge of the ancient civilization of Atlantis. There were some explorations done in the not so distant past that proved that there are indeed some empty spaces beneath the ancient monument in Giza, but only a part of them were explored. Cayce said also that similar underground chambers can be found in many different locations around the globe. Could it be possible that the one in Romania is one of them? And could the occult chamber in Egypt that is mentioned by Radu in his book be the same that Edgar Cayce talked about? Docent Angel Kalinov from Bulgaria, who passed away in 2014 and was head of the genetics department at the Agricultural University in Plovdiv, which is the second biggest city in Bulgaria, also talked about a network of underground tunnels beneath the Rhodope Mountains. In an interview a few years ago, he talked about a huge tunnel that crosses the whole country. According to him, there is an entrance at the St. Dimitar Chapel near the Athens fortress, 2 miles south of the town of Asenovgrad. The tunnel begins at the foot of the Rhodope Mountains and crosses the Balkan Mountains, and then it continues beneath the Danube River and reaches Romania. Docent Kalinov also said that there is a network of underground tunnels beneath the ancient Thracian rock-cut sanctuary called Belintash, which is located nearly 18 miles from the town of Asenovgrad. He suggested that the ancient Thracians used them to hide their treasures and that one of them even hides a golden chariot, which was a gift from Alexander the Great. But Docent Kalinov made a warning that there might be hidden traps in there. He said that in 1925 a French expedition went into those tunnels and no one ever returned. Archaeologists are working at this ancient site to this very day, but they are yet to discover all of its mysteries. According to the archaeologist Dr. Borislav Borislavov, this is the oldest and the second biggest rock-cut sanctuary on the territory of Bulgaria. It is yet to be 100% verified, but it is believed that this was a sanctuary of the Thracian god Sabazius. The main reason for this is a silver plaque depicting the deity that was found there nearly 50 years ago. There are numerous legends and rumors shared among treasure hunters in Bulgaria, and one of them says that just like in Bucegi, this place also hides an underground chamber containing the knowledge of ancient civilizations. Another interesting similarity between the Romanian and the Bulgarian sites is that the Romanian Sphinx also is an ancient sanctuary dedicated to a deity, in this case Zalmoxis, which is perfectly depicted in this 1966 Romanian movie.
Cotizo, fiul al lui Decebal, fii mândru, bucură-te! Ești cel mai curat, cel mai bun, cel mai viteaz dintre fiii noștri. Ai auzit dorințele fraților tăi. Prin tine ele vor ajunge la Zamolxe, zeul cel mare.
Băiatul, tati, iată ce cere lui Zamolxes. Ploi pentru pământul neamului meu. Unire și pace pentru totdeauna între noi. Biruința asupra dușmanului.
It gets even more interesting when we realize that according to some authors, Zalmoxis was just another name of the Sabazius, the Thracian god. Is it simply a coincidence that these ancient people made their sanctuaries near the entrances to these underground tunnels, and that Belintash, just like Bucegi, also has its sphinx, called the Sentinel? Underground bases, political machinations, ancient tunnels crisscrossing whole countries and even continents. Is it all true? Well, for now, it remains an unexplained mystery. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Till then, take care.